Hi, it's Vic. Welcome back to my channel, and today I'm showing you how I made this box card using my silhouette. So what I'm doing here, I'm just quickly showing you how I separated the files. So once you've clicked on the image, you then have to ungroup them, and then the little flowers and pine cones, you then have to ungroup that and then place it on your mat just like I've done here. I'm just showing you how to ungroup it. And then I'm going to run this through my silhouette die cutting machine, and now I've got some Papermilldirect Fleck Kraft card, so I've just used that just to cut out the box and the shapes. And now I've got some first edition paper pads, so I'm going to be using this to cut out some of my images. So I've just gone ahead and cut out some of the other images using that paper pad. And then I'm also going to be using the North Star paper pad. That's again by first edition. So now everything's cut out. I've got some walnut stain distress ink, and I'm using my beautiful blender brush just to gently apply some ink to the bottom of the crate, just to give it a bit more of a added texture. And then I'm also going to be working on, when you cut out the images, luckily it comes with a 1 and a 2, which really helped me put this together because I would have got so confused otherwise. So now I've got some red card, and that's Papermilldirect Postbox Red. And what I'm doing here, I'm just using the same distress ink, and I'm just inking up the bottom layer of the flower so it's a little bit darker. And then it also cuts out the little white seeds, so I'm just sticking them down, which were a bit of a nightmare, but we got there in the end. And now I'm just going to go ahead and work on layer 2. So this is the second part of the crate, so I'm just adding them little white flowers there, and I'm adhering everything down with PVA glue just to make sure that it's strong. And I love using PVA glue because if you don't place it just right, you do get a few seconds to move it around, so that always helps when you're doing fiddly things like this. So now I've got that done, and now I'm just going to be ink blending up some of the edges of the leaves, because obviously the colours are the same as the paper. I wanted them to stand out a little bit more, just for another extra added touch. And then with the 3 red berries, I ended up colouring in one of them because when I stuck the first 2 down, I just thought it'd look a little bit nicer. So I've gone ahead and got my Copic marker just to darken up that card a little bit. But again, you can use any type of cardstock or coloured papers that you have. So now the last part is the little pine cone. So I've just adhered that together as well as the other little flower, and now I'm just going ahead and putting the box together. And one of the tips I have when you're doing these 3D crafts is when you do glue one edge, just press down really firmly and then move on to the other edge so it doesn't slip about. So now I'm just placing that second panel in there, and then once that's complete and adhered down nicely, I'm going to add that pine cone, and then I'm also going to add that little flower, and then that part completes the boxed part of the card. For my little critter, I've got the Lawn Fawn stamp set, so I've just gone ahead and stamped out that bear, and the stamp set is Party Animal by Lawn Fawn. So now I've just got my Copic markers, and I'm going to quickly colour him in. So I've used my E43, E41 and E40 for the main brown colour, and then I'm going to go ahead and just use an E57 for his nose, and then for his ears and cheeks I've just gone in with my R20, and then I'm just going to go ahead and fussy cut him out. And now I'm just going to stamp my greetings. So I've got these Time for Tea Designs You Are the Best Gift stamp set. So I've got the Merry Christmas, and I've just used my Versamark ink pad and some Wow white embossing powder, and I'm going to go ahead and heat set this with my heat gun. And then I'm going to go ahead and adhere this little bear to the crate. So I've used a foam pad for this, and now I'm just using my trimmer just to trim that sentiment down. And then what I'm going to do for my sentiment is add some acetate. So I've got some double-sided tape and I'm adhering this to the sentiment, and then I'm also adhering a little bit of this to the back of the acetate, and then I've adhered it down onto my box card. And as you can see, the card folds nicely, so it will fit nicely into your envelope. And that is the finished card. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Take care. Bye.